Hello, Minnesota Sue here. Just wanted to quick pop on and talk about adapting or adaption. The secret trick to adapting within during uncertain times. We all can relate, right? We're all going through this. We're all like very frustrated. Hey, welcome. Pop in and say where you're coming in from and let's have some fun. Hey, Teresa, how are you doing? Hope all's going well with you, still in Arizona. So what I did is I first looked up the word adapt. And adapt is to change or to change something to suit different conditions or uses. So if you think about that, we are going through some very uncertain times, right? Hey, Tiffany, welcome. And we struggle through a lot of things. And the ironic thing is the last couple of weeks, it really hit home with me, like, where did this feeling come from? Like, where have I had this similar or same feeling prior to what we're going through now? And I realized in the business I'm in network marketing, it is always constant change, right? We're always going through a constant change and different laws and regulations. And I realized, wow, like, we have been, me and our company have been through this at least 4 or 5 times now. And changes come and changes go. And regulations come and they change. And so looking at this, how we are seasoning or weathering all of this adapting, I thought this is a really good topic because it's something I struggled with prior, but all of a sudden coming through this last one, I adapted a little bit quicker. And I thought, how is it? That's a good one, Teresa. I know, is that funny? I do that too sometimes. I'm like, hey, and I think I'm on a Zoom. So anyway, but the secret trick to adapting within during uncertain times comes from within. It's not something that's external, even though sometimes, it takes a little bit of time, right? Wouldn't you say? Sometimes it takes time to digest whatever's happening. And that's perfectly fine. You guys don't think I'm trying to like jump through hoops faster. No, each one of us has to go through these times where we don't know exactly what's happening, uncertainty. And we say, okay, how can we weather the storm? How can we get through this? And these are what I found, these quick 6 tips. Number 1 is letting go. None of us can control it in our own power, right? So I realized that number 1 was letting go. Like, I have to let go of the end result. I have to focus on my circle, my bubble, where I live, what I can control. And number 2 is accepting right where you're at, right at the current time, and saying, you know what, God, I can't control all of this. I'm just going to accept it. And number 3 is think in yes and not no. Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's exactly it. Being agile and quick, on our feet, changing. It's been so hard on so many people. You just see all of this change going on all over the world. It isn't just the United States. It isn't just Minnesota. It's all over the world. And we're all in this boat together, no pun intended, in the big world, right? But change is so important. And as the world gets bigger, more people come, we're going to find that you're going to have to adapt quicker and change or be flexible. And so 3, thinking in yes and not no. How can we make it a yes? So like you run into these challenges, sometimes you're thinking, oh my gosh, as soon as something bad happens, you pop up, right? Those, bubbles around us, the shields that protect us that say, hey, this is out of my comfort zone. I need to slow down. I need to back up. I need to think about this. All those things are there for a reason, right? To help us what? To help us go examine what's going on around us and move forward. But sometimes we get stuck. And so thinking in yes, and that, yes, we can get through this, helps so much more. And then number 4, set new goals and run with them. So having new goals helps you transition easier. Did you know that? So having a goal to help you, it doesn't matter if you're doing, network marketing or a new business or a new job, just having new goals helps you transition quicker through adaption. Isn't that interesting? Yes. So through adaption, we can transition quicker if we set new goals and run with them. Number 5, and then focus on controlling your own adapting. Not anybody else's, just your own. Sometimes that's another thing that you struggle with because you all of a sudden are taking off, or else you're left behind and you're like, wait a minute, that person's running already and I'm not there. Like, this is not fair. You have to realize every human being goes through their own adapting times. And yes, we can, help them through it. We can help talk them through it. But ultimately, they have to go through their own steps, right? It's super hard, but we got to let go. That's part of the letting go. And then step number 6 is find a way to make the new situation better. So, that was one of the things right away when I thought about all 6 of these situations, thinking about adapting. And I was like, wow, we've been through FTA challenges and, all kinds of things in our business and lost many members. But those that stuck through grew even more. And so I started thinking about this in the last week or so. What was the word? And it hit me today: adaption. Adapting to the new form, adapting to your new ways, right? So finding a way to make the new situation better. And so as I sat thinking about this last week, I thought, okay, how can I make it better? So I, again, got back up on the horse basically and said, Sue, you're going to do lives. You are as fearful of doing lives as anyone else. Nobody is any different. We all have our challenges. We all have our, strengths. But one of mine has always been to get in the camera. And I'm like, okay, I still just got to do it regardless, because this is part of growth. And we can't help change the world if we don't want to change ourselves, right? We can't go out and say, hey, here's my story, or here's what happened to me, right? We can't say any of this if we don't get up and step out of our comfort zone, because those that are watching you do not respect you, right? They won't respect you if you don't find a way to make that new situation better. And so there's so many ways we can make that new situation better. So think about what we're in right now. And last week I talked a little bit about that as we are going through this transition stage. We can go call the elders, in our church. We can call those that are in our neighborhood, those that are good friends of ours that we have not talked to in a long time. Pick up the phone and ask, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing through all of this? Because it's not one soul on earth that has not been affected by this, right? So if we think about it from that angle, that how can we help and how can we make the situation better, it helps us transition easier instead of focusing in on ourselves. So hopefully those 6 tips will help you. If not, you can take somebody that that's struggling, and maybe this will help them adapt a little bit better through all of these challenges we're going through. Because as you know, in life, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is standing still. Change is the norm, right? And so, again, I'm going to just reiterate these 6 steps. 1 is letting go. 2 is accepting right where you're at. 3, thinking yes and not no, because that's negative, right? And 4, set new goals and run with them. Number 5, focus on controlling your own adapting. 6, find a way to make the new situation better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll be back again tonight for the giveaway. So make sure you found the post from a couple of days ago that I'm doing the giveaway on, and tonight there will be a mystery giveaway. So thanks for watching. So nice to see you on, Marsha, Maureen, Margot, all these M's. Dwayne, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a while, right, Dwayne? Let's see who else. Oh my gosh, Bussy, how is Finland going? So I'm going to let you guys all go, and I will be back again tonight. See you later.